Hello, DigiFam, it's Prodigious, and I'm here with another deck profile. This time I'm bringing you something fresh from the new Special Booster 2.5. Now, I'm still tweaking with this deck and I'm not sure exactly how to complete it, as it were, because it feels like it's still missing something, but this is about as good as I can get. Now, this deck reminds me of a certain Ranger from back in Power Rangers. I bet you're all curious which one. Well, if you can take a good close look, you might just see it. Let's get into it.
Did you see something?
Yeah, but what was it?
Huh? So it was you all along.
Huh? Who's that?
Oh, man, you showed up just in time. I guess I owe you a big thank you.
Are you all right?
Now I am. Hey, wait a minute. You didn't even tell us your name.
Alright, so our egg here is going to be Kapurimon from BT20. Now this might be a big giveaway as to what kind of deck I'm building here. But this has, when this Digimon checks a face-up security card, it gains jamming for the turn. Then we're running 4 copies of Hagurumon from BT15. It has on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with machine or cyborg trait, and 1 black tamer card among them. Return the rest to the bottom of your deck, as well as the inheritable of Reboot. And then we have Hagurimon X Antibody. Now we can digivolve this on top of Hagurimon for free, and then we get to play a Kohagurimon token, which is a black Digimon with 1000 DP and has blocker and decoy black. It can attack, but it can block. And then inheritable blocker. Then we're running 4 copies of Espimon from BT20. It can digivolve on top of our Kapurimon for 0. It has your turn when this Digimon would digivolve into a Digimon card with Cyborg or Machine trait. Reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. All turns, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. Then we have 4 copies of Blimpmon. On play and when digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon can't attack players until the end of the turn. This card comes in handy for giving you a turn of where you can be protected from one Digimon, as well as the inheritable of Reboot. Then we have Mechanorimon at 2. Pretty simple, nothing on here in terms of effects except for the inheritable of Reboot again. And then our final level 4 champion is going to be Hover Espimon. Now this can digivolve from a Cyborg or Machine trait for 2. Otherwise it normally costs 3. When digivolving, flip your opponent's top face down security card face up, and end of attack. Once per turn, draw a card. Inheritable, this Digimon gets 1000 DP. And then, on to our level 5s, we have Bulbmon. He has blocker. Opponent's turn, when this Digimon would leave the battle area, you may play 1 play cost 4 or lower Digimon card from this Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying the cost. Inheritable, opponent's turn. Once per turn, when any of your opponent's Digimon attacks, you may change the attack target to this Digimon. So it got some redirecting there. Then level 5, Oblivimon. This guy has a security effect that says, end of your opponent's turn. Play this card without paying the cost. It also has, when digivolving, flip your opponent's top face down security card face up. And then finally, your turn. When your Digimon checks a face-up security card, you may place this Digimon's top stacked card face up as your bottom security card. And then it also has the inheritable of this Digimon's attack target can't change. Alright. And then we got level 6s. Our main level 6 for this deck is going to be Invisimon, or as I like to call him, Phantom Ranger. So he has security, end of your opponent's turn. Play this card without paying the cost. It also has an on-play and when digivolving effect of de-digivolve to one of your opponent's Digimon and flip your opponent's top face-down security card face up. Then delete one of their Digimon with one or fewer Digivolution cards. And it has your turn. When your Digimon checks a face-up security card, you may play this card's top stack card face up as the bottom security card. Now my backup Mega in this deck, I'm actually having a hard time choosing. Initially I was going with the Raidingmon from BT20. It has on play when digivolving. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 7 or less. It has all turns when this Digimon would leave the battle area. You may play one play cost 6 or lower Digimon from this Digimon with a cyborg or machine trait without paying the cost. And it can also digicross with Raijin, Fujin, and Sujinmon. So if you actually have all 3 of those, you can make this into a 6 cost to hard play. But then you also have the original Raidingmon. On play when digivolving, you may place one Fujinmon, Raijinmon, and Sujinmon from your trash at the bottom of this Digimon's Digivolution cards in any order and gain 1 memory for each card placed. When attacking, if the total colors of this level 6's Digimon cards is 3 or more, this Digimon gets plus 3000 DP until the next time your opponent's turn ends. And if it has 4 or more, one of your opponent's Digimon de-digivolve 1. And it's also interesting to note that this guy can actually digivolve on top of a level 6 for 2. And then since we have Raidingmon, I figured we'd go ahead and splash in a little bit of Sujin, Fujin, and Raijinmon. These guys all have the same hand main effect of where if you have Justimon or Raidingmon in play, you can pay 1 cost and put it at the bottom of their sources. Otherwise, they each have individual when digivolving effects. And those when digivolving effects are actually the same as their inheritables. So I'll go ahead and just read their inheritables. On Sujinmon, it's when attacking, return one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to its owner's hand. For Fujin, it is suspend one of your opponent's Digimon with 5000 DP or less. That Digimon cannot unsuspend during your opponent's next unsuspend phase. And then Raijinmon has when digivolving and the inheritable of when attacking, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4000 DP. That's it for the Digimon. Now on to the options and tamers. I'm running 2 black scrambles and 3 black memory boosts. And then our tamer assortment is Marvin Jackson from BT15. He has start of your main phase. You can trash 1 card with Machine, Cyborg, or SOC trait in your hand to gain 1 memory. And he also has the ability to Mind Link with anything that is Machine, Cyborg, or SOC and give it jamming and blocker. And then I'm running 3 copies of Alita from BT20. This is going to be our memory fixer. It also has start of your main phase by placing 1 play cost 4 or lower black Digimon card with Cyborg or Machine trait from your hand or trash. As any of your Cyborg or Machine trait Digimon's bottom Digivolution card, flip your opponent's top face down security face up. So this deck can do quite a few different things all at once. For starters, as you can tell, it is a Invisimon deck, or Phantom Ranger. And what that means is we're going to do a couple things just with that alone. We're going to try and make our opponent's security cards get face up, so that gives us information as to what we're swinging into. We'll know when it's a Digimon or a high power Digimon, or when it's an option card or a tamer. So no surprises on that. It also means we're going to get to trigger our effects on both Invisimon and Oblivimon, where after we swing with them and then we hit a face-up security card, we can then put them back into our security, which will pad our life, and then when the opponent's turn is over, these guys will pop back out. Use that in combination with the Alita card, so that way you can go ahead and just stick any old body from your hand or trash underneath them after they come back, so that way now they have a source, which means if your opponent still has another face-up security card to be rammed into, you can possibly trigger their effect all over again. Especially Phantom Ranger here in terms of the whole Digivolve 2 and pop something. Now the Raidamon package here is just a little backup Mega, or Megazord. Anyway, but I like the BT20 version because it says you get to basically play back something that is 11 cost or lower in its sources, which it's mainly pertaining to the Raijin, Fujin, and Sujin stuff. But I also like this original Raidamon because it can automatically absorb those guys from the trash, and it does give you the option to Evo on top of a level 6. So that means in a pinch situation, if you needed to, you could actually have your Invisimon pop back out, do its thing, swing with it, and then Digivolve on top of it, just to give you a different Digimon on board. So, you know, some toolboxy type of deal. The Bulbmon gives you the ability so that way when you block with it or something would make it go poof, you can spit out a level 4 or lower body, which will continue to give you bodies to work with, especially the Blimpmon. The Hovermon is really great, especially when you combine it with Marvin Jackson's jamming, if you don't already get jamming through your egg. That way you can get card draw. Oblivimon does just a smaller version of what Invisimon does. And since we have the ability to stack different inheritables underneath us, I figured we'll mainly focus on being able to give ourselves reboot and blocker through our rookies. So, it's a nice little fun deck. I don't know if it'll be winning any major tournaments, but I figured it was worth a spotlight, because it can actually be a bit overwhelming if you get to play just right, because all of a sudden you go from building one big stack to suddenly you have like 3, 4, possibly even 5 bodies on the field out of nowhere. But anyway, this has been Prodigious. I hope you enjoyed this deck profile. And if you have, make sure you subscribe and then tickle that little bell so that way you do not miss any of my other videos. Until next time.